Like, what is you guys' like response when, like, in the Quran, there's certain like miracles mentioned? Here's just one example. Like, it says the universe is expanding. Like, what's your response to that?
No, it doesn't say the universe is expanding.
No, it does. It says yes, it does.
Surah 51, verse 47. We have built the heaven with might, and we it is who make the vast extent thereof. So there, Allah says, this is a Pickthall translation. Allah just says, I have made vast the extent. That's nothing about expanding there. Yusuf Ali, with power and skill did we construct the firmament, for it is we who create the vastness of space, just as we create the vastness of space. Hilali Khan, with power did we construct the heaven. Verily, we are able to extend the vastness of space thereof. There, Allah simply says he's able to extend space if he wants. Khalifa, we constructed the sky with our hands, and we will continue to expand it. Khalifa, the guy who was killed as a heretic, he's the one who gives you the expand it translation.
I can also add to that what the Tafsir says. Tafsir Ibn Kathir, the most popular interpretation, most widely used interpretation of the Quran, he says, and to the verse, and we are able to extend the vastness of space thereof, it means we made it vast and we brought its roof higher without pillars to support it, and thus it is hanging independently. Tafsir al-Tabari simply also just says that Allah here points out how he made the universe, or how he made the heaven, the sky, vast, and how he was able to expand it. And then has multiple interpreters just saying the same thing over and over again. So none of the early reliable Muslim commentators who are very, very famous has ever claimed that this means that the universe is expanding.
Muslim translators who are just translating the Quran and non-Muslim translators who are just translating the Quran, they don't come up with this. AP pointed out that Muslim commentators for centuries, they didn't conclude this. Where do you get to the expanding? Well, you get with like the clear Quran and the Khalifa, where you eventually get to people who are specifically trying to make the Quran sound miraculous, and they're the ones who come up with these interpretations that Muslims didn't come up with for 14 centuries. And so I have to say, at the very least, you should acknowledge, if Muslims for 14 centuries don't think that it's talking about the universe expanding, then for a Muslim in the 20th century or the 21st century, after news of the Big Bang and the expanding universe, suddenly says, oh yes, this means expanding, when they're simultaneously doing that with all kinds of Quran verses, trying to come up with amazing scientific meanings of these verses, that should kind of clue you in that this is modern Muslims trying to read science into the Quran rather than the Quran speaking on science. At the very least, if you wanted to say, yes, the Quran does mean that the universe is expanding there, you'd have to say it's presented in such a confusing way that for 14 centuries, Muslims didn't see it.
Boom.
The case that you're trying to make is like this cumulative case where it's this thing plus this thing plus this thing. But how we see that is it's just 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 equals 0. Like no matter how many reasons you give, we're going to show you that amounts to 0, that amounts to 0. I really
can I defend it before it's a 0?
I would love it if you could show.
Can I defend it before it's a 0?
I would love it. Hold on. Sorry that the middle of my sentence interrupted.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I would love it if you could show us one big proof for you personally why you believe Islam is true. Because I know for a fact that this is not the reason why you believe it. This verse in itself is not why you believe Islam is true. Now, I know you're trying to say it's part of a larger case, but again, it's just 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0. Do you have any proofs that you can point to say, this is why I believe Islam is true? This is why I believe Muhammad was a true prophet?
Yes, no problem. But before I get to that, I would like to just respond to the verse before it's a 0. Like if you've automatically made it a 0. Okay. For sure, some verses over time, they've had a certain interpretation, and then later, their interpretation was different. For example, like I think David Wood, he used Ibn Kathir.
No, AP did.
AP did.
He used Ibn Kathir, and he said how he referred to it as, I forgot what he said exactly, but like it was nothing to do with the universe expanding, right?
And no reputable Muslim interpreter ever said that it has anything to do with the universe expanding. It is about making the Allah spreading the sky, the heaven. That's it.
And a little side note there. If you want to say that when it says that the universe, that Allah created the vastness of space, that it actually means he's expanding it, you'd have the same issue with the very next verse, which talks about the earth, right? So with the earth, the earth we have laid it out. How gracious is the spreader thereof? If you wanted to say, oh, this is talking about the universe expanding, you'd have to say this is about the earth expanding as well simultaneously. So the earth is expanding as well.
And the verse very clearly says was sama, so it is the sky, the heaven. You're reading the universe expanding into it, which is
sorry. So AP, can I just respond, because your friend spoke, then David spoke again, and then he cut off my answer like midway. As you know, we believe that the Quran is perfect, okay? And that it is clear and straightforward. Now, at the same time, we acknowledge that it's not a science textbook. Like, you're not going to look at it and be like, I know, oh, here it's trying to teach us that the universe is expanding. Now, I just want to say that the verse it uses the word نحن لموسعون, okay? لموسعون in Arabic means that it is we who are expanding it, okay? And David, he mentioned a couple, sorry, not David. Was it David?
Okay, what is he expanding? Can you tell me the word at the beginning of the verse? What is it exactly that Allah is expanding?
Al-sama, the skies.
The sama, yeah. That's not the sky. Okay. It's just the sky. That's happening.
Yeah, sorry.
No, sorry. I don't mind listening to you. Just like I just want to finish because like David made another point about the next verse.
Ibn Abbas didn't say Musaun is expanded.
Sorry, miss. Can I just finish it? Then you go ahead.
No, because Ibn Abbas is Muhammad's cousin and he's better Arabic than me and you. He said, he said Ibn Qurtubi tafsir. He said, "Inna la Musaun معناها inna la qadirun." He said Musaun means we are over it in power. It didn't even
what's
say
the problem with that?
Was powerful.
Yeah, he said وإن لموسعون قال ابن عباس معناها لقادرون. Do you want me to show it to you?
Okay, but لموسعون, if you look at the word directly, it means to expand. And yes, at the same time, لقادرون, sure, Allah is able to expand it, no problem. But please, I don't mind getting to your point. I don't mind getting to your point.
He didn't say able to expand. No, he didn't say able to expand.
He said لموسعون, which means to expand.
No, he said qadirun. Yes. Ibn Abbas said.
Who's Ibn Abbas when it comes to the Quran? No offense.
What? Whoa. He's the
What?
No. Like, no matter what Ibn Abbas says, no matter what Ibn Abbas says,
when it comes to the Quran, he's only the founder of Quranic studies.
Who the heck is Ibn Abbas? Man?
Yeah, what does he know?
He could have our own interpretation. Fair point. Who am I? But when the Quran says لموسعون, you can't just be like, oh, no, this means لقادرون. Like, come on, it's straightforward right in front of your face.
Do you know that Muhammad said Ibn Abbas is Habr al-Ummah? He said Ibn Abbas.
What does that have to do with knowledge?
What? Muhammad said Ibn Abbas is the scholar of your ummah.
Okay.
He didn't say Yazan is the scholar of your ummah.
I can't believe you said
I don't claim that I'm a scholar of any ummah. But listen, maybe okay. So you're telling me. Okay, yeah. Okay. Let me just finish the point.
This is the guy you go to for the tafsir of the Quran. He said that's what your prophet said.
Yeah, so Ibn Abbas didn't say it means we're expanding. He said it means we have power over it.
Power over just means we have power over the sky?
That's what he said. He said, Inna la qadirun. What does qadir mean? It's one of Allah's names.
Yeah, but it doesn't say la qadirun, does it?
It's one of the names of Allah. What does qadir mean?
This is a bit of a straw man.
Dude, it's if you're Ibn Abbas, he said it. It means
what Ibn Abbas? It says لموسعون and you say no, he says لقادرون. Like, what am I supposed to do with this information?
I agree, it's stupid, but that's what he said, and he's better than you.
Okay. I appreciate your perspective. Okay.
It's not from my perspective. It's
all right. So when it says لموسعون and expanding, right? Now, wait, I never got to finish my point from the beginning, but you guys keep telling me now.
1 second. I don't care about your point. Ibn Abbas
what do you mean? Wait, this is how you treat a guest. This is how you treat a guest. You don't care about.
Yeah, because you're untruthful. Ibn Abbas is better than you.
What did I say? What did I say that's untruthful?
You said
yes.
means to expand, and there's nothing else. Ibn Abbas said inna laqadirun.
Okay, so because you're saying it means laqadirun, does that mean it doesn't qualify anymore?
I didn't say it. Ibn Abbas
so it's not your argument? So it is your argument or it's not your argument?
Listen, this is the entire point. The entire point is that, as AP pointed out, that what you're coming up with is an innovation. None of your scholars who came before you.
Yeah, I didn't get to respond to that, by the way.
None of them said this. This is you coming up now, and you said,
Could you be fair? Could you be fair? Let me respond to it.
You believe the Quran is clear.
Could you be fair and let me respond to it?
You have a very big listening problem, man. You have a very, very big patience problem. I mean, you come here, and I'm not saying that we are superior to you or anything like that, but you come here, you want to argue, and you just don't have the patience to ever listen. You think you have to speak the entire time. You think you can just take the time and list all your concerns, and you have the right to speak, and so on. It's just not how it goes, man.